to push it forward, what can we do as individuals to be better? Like, how do you feel now from 1 to 10? How do you feel now from 1 to 10, and how can you get better?
If I be honest with myself, I'm like at a 6.
How can you get better?
Like we said, I just gotta be more disciplined. I gotta have more so a plan for myself, like literally a layout. Because if I'm just
structure, same thing.
If I'm just free balling that shit, bro, I'ma just go here, and I'ma just be all over the place. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
But that go back to habits though. Like even having structure, you gotta have better habits first. Cause you can have a plan and you can stick to it for a few days, but that shit get hard after a month. You know what I'm saying? True. Doing the same thing repetitive over and over. Even I struggle with that. You know what I'm saying?
I struggle with it.
You know what I'm saying?
This shit don't seem like it. It don't seem that crazy. From the outside looking at this, I'm like, this nigga go to the gym every day. You was so stern about making sure you fix your fucking turkey yesterday. No, I meal prep on Saturday.
As can do. I done tell him before. Like when people ask me, like, bro, how do you go to the gym every day? I told Ken, you can ask Ken. I said, I go, but I don't want to go every day. It's just the discipline. It's just I'm passionate about it. It's plenty of times I say, bro, I'm going home. But as soon as I try to make that little, my mind said, dude, what the hell are you doing? And it send me right back into the fucking gym, and I work out, even if I don't want to be there.
I wonder what I need to find that nigga. That nigga tell me, but go on, drive home, go sleep.
Passion, bro. It's that passion, like. When you go ahead, like it's just that passion, like how Ken was here when I first started running.
Yeah,
bro, I hated running, but I'm so freaking disciplined. And when I started, it hurted like hell. I like Brian. I talked to myself bad. I said, Brian, about to be no pussy. I'm about to run this shit, and I'm gonna make a goal. That's why I told Ken I'm gonna run the rim in like 3 months. When 3 months came, I was ready.
Did I say that? I said, I said you should run to your mama house. You said,
I said I'm ready. And a lot of people say, bro, you ready? I said, bro, only thing I gotta do is get my feet on that damn road, and I'm going. If I gotta crawl there, I'm gonna go there. That's just how I am. To go back to the gym. Some days I don't want to fucking go.
Yeah, a lot of days I don't want to go.
Yeah,
but it just like you said, bro. That's that. I don't think people realize how hard it is to be disciplined.
It's hard.
No, not even that. I'm talking about when you in the act of being disciplined. Not when you trying to get there, but when you actually so-called discipline. It's like you gotta trick your mind. You know what I'm saying?
You said that right.
You gotta trick your mind to think that you are doing what you think you're doing.
You know what another side of that is? I don't like discipline. I've always
you like to be free.
Yes. That's my problem. I don't like having to stay here. Don't go over this line, right? I've always been like, I want to just step over that bitch one time. You know what I'm saying? Right, you get what I'm saying? But not saying that, but like my parents tell me don't do this. A nigga still might go try it one day. Like, don't do this. Nigga go steal the car, drive down and go whatever. Do, you know what I'm saying? Just take the car. No, I ain't supposed to take the car. Or do whatever. I always push limits when I probably shouldn't have. And that's something like even that ties, excuse me, that ties in with that to me. Like having that sort of, or I don't like order. Maybe that's what it is. I don't like I don't like having the same routine every day. You know what I'm saying? I like something different. I don't like how you can eat the same shit. I'm like, oh, there's no way. How can I just eat that every day? Every day I gotta add some hot sauce to that bitch or something, you know, like I just would feel like I need change.
It's like me and Debo said, we don't even eat for taste.
No.
We don't even eat for taste no more.
I'm searching for taste. That's what, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I gotta get there first and then being able to maintain it. So those are two big steps. So I'm already like committed, like, what's the word? Not command.
Commit.
No, for y'all to be doing that shit. So
commended.
Yeah. For the fact that y'all have been doing this shit. You feel like you've been working out for about 5 years now. That's what it feels like. I don't know how long you've been working out.
I don't know that.
That surprised me too, because my granddaddy said that to me one day. Now he always kind of, oh, you still a Sagittarius and all that, but he really mean like I ain't eating like that beef and pork and all that stuff like that. Like
Sagittarius, isn't that a sign?
And he used to be joking.
Yeah, he used to be joking.
See, I never met your grandfather.
Yeah, but the thing, like, yeah, he real silly. But it just like he be like he actually told me like, dang, boy, I'm surprised. I'm proud of you. Like you really like Bruh, since that time when we said we was giving up that beef and pork and stuff, bruh, I still never ate that shit yet, bro.
And I relapsed. I ate that shit as soon as I moved to LA.
I never ate it like
That's the discipline.
yeah, he like I'm surprised you still got that going
I
on.
might have
Like,
ate it when we was still in Georgia.
bro, like I don't even look at it. Like it don't even like people even be at work like, you know what? Nah, I'm straight, bro. Like my grandma she'll cook like, bro, neck bone used to be my shit, neck bone and rice. Used to fuck it up, boy. Fuck it up. Now I look at that shit and be like, alright. Like it ain't bothering me. Like I go get my own food or some junk like that. Like it's just crazy. And like now if I can figure that into like my everyday like doing other stuff, bro, I could be straight in the motherfucker, bro.
You know what I think it is? I think it even as simple as how you word it. Like you say you say now I don't eat red meat. I don't eat pork. You not just say it's like an example.
Direct.
Like you direct with what you saying.
But you sound more certain for certain.
You gave it a command.
You like, I don't eat that shit. Nigga, I know I don't eat that shit. But this right here, you might be like,
like I might do
this, I might do that. You might use might instead of I don't.
That's what I'm saying.
I might do it this time, might do it this time.
I'm trying to
You
do
gave
this.
it a commandment.
Yeah, nah, I'm doing this. Like, yeah. I know what you mean.
Okay.
Okay, I got a question for you. I know we gotta go way back. When you said you've been dealing with depression, how did you feel like you self-diagnosed yourself? I mean, did you self-diagnose or did you feel like, how did you know this is depression? Or, you know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
How did I know I was in a depression?
State of depression, yeah, because
Because
go ahead.
I pushed myself away from everybody. It was that time when Kentorey texted me because he was like, bro, where have you been? Because nobody was hearing from me. Like, bro, I wasn't posting on social media. I went to work quiet, wasn't talking. I went to the gym, wasn't talking to nobody. Like, I literally didn't talk to nobody. And after that, I said, okay, like, I know I'm in a dark place. Like, I wasn't talking to my mom. I used to go to my mom's house every weekend. I stopped going. And when my uncle passed, that really put the icing on the cake. Like, I really shut myself in the room, like, wasn't doing nothing. I didn't know how to deal with it because the world say, men, we can't talk about our feelings. So at that time, I was just holding it in. Just like literally holding it in. Then when I made a video just to talk about it, that made it better. But that's when I broke down on camera and just started crying. Because it was literally my first time ever talking about it.
You talking about your sister, but that shit fucked.
Like, it was my first time ever like really talking about it. But I was just holding it in for so long. I was using it. You know how people say you use bad things as fuel,
right.
But I don't feel like you should do that.
Right.
Because sometimes it can come out the wrong way, which that's what it did. You know what
Bad
I'm saying?
fuel.
Bad fuel, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I really...
87, he a 93 nigga.
Exactly. Then I started using the camera to be able to cope with myself. Like, I don't record a lot of stuff I didn't even put out, but I just used the camera just to talk.
Right. And I thought about that, bro. I'm like, bro put a whole video on YouTube about depression and we don't even know about it. How crazy is that? You know what I'm saying? That we get to a point where we can't even call the people that are so-called close to us.
You said that we didn't know the depression before YouTube.
YouTube knew about it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that it was wrong.
No,
but just think about that. Like,
what does that say? What this is?
Not even that, but when it comes to us being, we'll talk about everything else.
Some hoes.
Everything. Just everything, bro. We'll talk about everything. But when it comes to
depression,
just stuff like that, we don't. It's like we just brush over. And then again, it's like you said, the stigma of being a man.
Yeah, and I never wanted to claim any of that, and I kind of got that from you.
I don't claim it.
Yeah, I'm like, the first time I ever heard you say anything when you was like, I never knew what you say, anxiety or.
Either anxiety or depression, one of them.
It was one of them. You was like, I didn't know what it was until I felt like I'm like a panic attack or something.
Oh yeah.
You said I had a panic attack. I'm like, I ain't never had that in my life. And I'm like, you said you knew that shit. Like, damn. And that was the first time I heard you damn near claim something like, this shit is happening to me and I know it's happening.
Talking about the edible video?
Nah.
That shit was funny. That was a panic attack.
Yeah, that. But when it comes to stuff like depression, I mean, that just might be how I deal with it. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to like, and I ain't trying to just disown the fact that happens to people, and people feel when they feel depressed, that's what happened to them. But just for me, I don't I don't claim it because I feel like I deal with things in such a way that I'm able to bounce out. Like I understand, I know how to configure my mind, configure my situation to where I can get out of feeling a certain way.
That's basically what Mike was saying about the command. Basically about the command, like I'm not depressed. You know what I'm saying? And basically
that conversation about you because remember when your grandma did pass, and bro, we knew you was in a funk at that time. We had a conversation like, damn, how do we go talk to this or like be around him, like other than just being here. Right. Like we got
and
at
that time he had his girl like with him. Your girl was, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, well, that's her job right now for the most part. You know what I'm saying?
You said how y'all was
because that fucked me up too.
That's talking about to talk to him.
Any of that.
I wrote a whole passage because I was not to saying that is bad because I'm used to people around me dying. Ask Kentorey, I wrote the whole thing because I done been through it. You know, when my uncle passed, bro, they called me. I'm like the second to the youngest. Yeah. I had to go tell my mom. Not my older brother, my older sister, nothing. That's why my depression always hit hard because I know I'm the one who had to carry so much weight.
Load.
You know what I'm saying? Lord forbid my parents died. My mom always said, everybody already know I'm getting my little sister. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's what the pressure lies on me, and I started coping in a bad way. Like, dang, my mom going like, I had to bring her in too. I gotta take care of her.
You feel like you ain't where you supposed to be?
Yeah, I gotta take care of her bills, my father, this and that. Like, I'm always there, like, literally. Can you see how my mom see me? She light up. Like, as soon as I walk through the door, it just, she literally would sit at that door and wait for me. If I'm not there at 1 o'clock, she calls me. So that's what my depression like gets to me so bad because
you got a lot on your shoulder.
A lot on my shoulder. I got it, but I feel like it's always the middle child that carries so much weight.
Yeah, so. I mean, I carry a lot of. And I ain't the middle, I'm the oldest, but I feel like I'm the same way when it comes to that sense. And even when I was growing up, you know what I'm saying, I always felt like that was my job or my role.
That's me.
You know what I'm saying, to be that person that people come to when it comes to stuff like that. So that's why
yours was different. You had all females
too,
so you had to grow up and kind of be that man kind of quick.
Yeah, and it's like I came to that realization at a young age too. You know what I'm saying, that it was gonna be. And I always feel like I thought my way I think was different than the way I was growing up in my household. So I feel like that was another reason why. Not that I don't claim depression, but it was like I gotta deal with it regardless of what it is.
Yo, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever the title may be, you gotta figure it out.
Yeah, for sure.
Bro, like, cause in these last 3 years, I know I hit my lowest I've ever felt, bro.
You were depressed before? Cause you called me and we talked. We had like a 2 hour.
I didn't even know it though.
That's a crazy thing. He didn't even know it. We literally talked for 2 hours. And he was talking about his feeling, how he was feeling down. I said, Alan, that's depression.
Right.
But I had Kentorey in my head. Don't claim that shit. It's crazy, right? I'm not claiming that shit, bro. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And I went to the point where I'm like, I gotta go talk to somebody. You know what I'm saying?
See, I don't claim it because that's how I deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You might not.
I'm so scatterbrained, bro. Right. I'm in here, bro. I live. You live in there, but I live in there, and then there's 2 different households in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You got some structure and all that in there. It's chaos in this motherfucker, bro. It's straight chaos in there.
He literally called me. We was on the phone for 2 hours,
and I'm like,
my first time.
And this was during the time. This was during the time me and Kentorey didn't talk. We didn't talk for a little. So like, I feel like it was a year. Yeah. And then Nicole like, you still talk? You know, and I'm like. No, but I know we good. But we both still knew there was something that was there. We ended up having that conversation. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even know what it was, but I wasn't ready to address it because I just told y'all I don't like that. So I was willing to. We gonna talk when we need to talk, and it's gonna happen, and I'm okay with that. And I feel like he okay with that too, and it's fine. Like I don't feel like we at a point where we couldn't talk to nothing or that we beefing and no shit like that. But it's like I need to get where I can even look in the mirror and recognize myself right now. Cause I was starting to bro, I didn't shave, bro. Nigga, y'all just laughed at me, the hair on my chest, bro. I just had hair on my face, bro. I cut my locks. You know what I'm saying? I'm receiving packages in the mail, bro. People, but I was depressed, bro, for real. I'm like, people harassing, but I didn't know what was going on, bro. And I'm like, what did I do? And then I started thinking, this is all the shit I done did. It's the past. And my past catching up with me. And I need to just sit my ass down and figure out how to move forward now? Like how do I go from now?
The older
Like,
you get, bro, the more you start.
I was running. I was still running from everything that whatever it was. I do not like confrontation, bro. I don't want to sit here and have to say I'm feeling this way or this is going on because I used to sort of feel like why should I have to say that? You know what I'm saying? Even if I felt some people didn't. Maybe this person don't deserve to know that I feel that goddamn way right now. Maybe they don't deserve to know I feel I'm mad, I'm hurt, whatever. And I was trying to figure out why. And I still haven't really found that answer. You know what I'm saying? I started thinking about further into stuff you said. Meeting my real father. Like going deeper into that, seeing like how he is. And I ended up finding out some stuff from that kind of didn't really give me an answer at the time. And it just, or it did. It gave me an answer and it kind of didn't, so I'm still there, bro. Like I'll say I'm in recovery right now. I really would say that. This is recovery for me, being in a better place, being back to like around people where I feel loved. Y'all have showed me love, regardless of if I showed y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. This is where I'm the most happy, most comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Most like for real. Whatever. So yeah, being here, being able to create, and just knowing that we got this other shot at it, and we already got thus far without the help of other people and having to figure this shit out, and we all dealing with shit, and we got there, we can do it. Now imagine we fucking talk and really figuring out other shit, man. We gonna unlock. It's like unlocking a level on some shit. You know what I'm saying? You unlock little shit like, oh, I ain't even know we could do that. Right. I ain't know we could do that.